What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite dating coach, Elliot Scott. And as you can see by the title below, we're going to talk about how to fix relationship problems, no matter what it is. If you follow these four things, and they all work and integrate together, right? If you follow and do these four things, your relationship should be, and you can think this is far-fetched, but it's not. Your relationship should be perfect, okay? Now, you might think there's no such thing as a perfect relationship. Trust me. And I don't mean perfect as everything going right. I just mean like this is exactly what you want. This relationship is exactly what you want, and you're getting exactly what you need and want out of it, okay? If you do these four things, it's 8. If you do these four things, your relationships are going to succeed. And I highly, highly recommend you watch this whole video to understand why I'm saying the things I'm saying, okay? So the number one thing is you have to have two people who are on the same page, wanting the same thing, and who have what I call a healthy ego. And here's why, okay? First off, you have to have a person who's, both of you have to be confident. You have to have strong self-esteem. You have to have, again, healthy egos. You have to be happy with your life with or without a guy, okay? You don't need a guy in your life. You should still be happy. In fact, the way you should be looking at it is, my life is so great that the reason I want a relationship is because I want to share my awesome life with someone. Not to fill a void, not to feel, oh, I'm only happy when I'm in a relationship. None of that shit. You both have to be in a happy place, okay? With yourselves, where you're going, who you are, confidence, self-esteem, all that kind of stuff. And the reason is, if you don't, again, you're going to start sabotaging things, sabotaging each other, the relationship, and so on and so forth. A good example of this would be if you're a guy who's not happy with who you are or where you're going, or let's just say you're not on the same page as things, you're going to start to use the woman over time, and vice versa. The woman might start using, well, actually, let me get into that part. The guys, or later on, the guy's going to start manipulating the girl. He's going to start using the girl for sex. He's going to start using the girl for his own needs. He's going to be very short-tempered and always argue or always jump to conclusions and things like that. On the other end, the woman's more likely to be, she might be needy, she might be clingy, she might be seeking validation, his approval. She might be always asking questions. Are we okay? Are we okay? What are we? Where is this going? Are we still are you still, do you still like me? All that kind of stuff. And when you're two people who are just not in the right frame of mind, who don't have the confidence and awareness of what's going on, your relationship's going to go to hell, okay? It's just going to shoot down to hell. So you both have to start off being happy, healthy, confident people who are not going into a relationship to fill a void. A lot of people think, just because I like this guy, or actually a lot of people think I deserve this guy because I like him and I want a relationship. Sorry, sweetie. Wanting a relationship and liking someone does not make you deserving of a relationship. Only two people who are happy, healthy, loving people who have their shit together should be in a relationship, because you're giving, you're promoting, you're adding progress, you're adding value to the person's life instead of taking, okay? So after that, the next transition I would say is the masculine and feminine energy. The masculine energy's job is to provide and satisfy a woman, okay? His ego, his self-esteem, his self-worth, which kind of contradict what I just said, is based on that. That's a much deeper issue, though, okay? That's evolutionary psychology, all that kind of stuff. Like, a man's made to provide and satisfy for a woman. He's made to get the attention and to court a woman. And if he's in his masculine energy and he does that correctly, then you're obviously going to like it. And as the feminine energy, you're the nurturer, the carer, the caregiver, you're more about the communication, bond, rapport, and things like that. You need to communicate to him those things, saying, I like what you're doing, please give me some more. And again, I'm not saying that's the job of the feminine energy, but you do have those characteristics that are much stronger than his, okay? And that just completes a cycle. If you want a guy, let me tell you, ladies, if you want a guy to keep doing the things he's doing for you, make it known that you like it. It's simple as that. It really is. But a lot of women don't. See, a lot of people like to play this hardcore, mind game. I'm not going to show my interest. I'm going to pull away. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. You know, and this is what happens, right? So make sure you're both not only happy, healthy, loving people in the right mindsets, with some confidence and self-esteem, but make sure you're in your right energies. Now, after that, okay, you're going to transition to more of a giving or taking stage. A relationship is based on value, right? Attraction is not a choice. It is not a choice. So his attraction to you is based off the value you give. A relationship is all about giving. You should like someone so much to the point where you want to give more than take, and vice versa. They should feel the same way. If you start taking more in a relationship, then things aren't going to go well. That's why people start to argue, because they feel taken advantage of, or they feel misled or manipulated. So for example, if you two are in a happy, great relationship, okay, all's dandy. However, when let's just say one of you weren't really on the same page or communicating well what you wanted. So let's say the guy starts taking advantage of you, pulling away with his texting, doesn't tell you what you want to hear, says something in the beginning and then he changes his mind. Oh, I'm not really looking for a relationship. Whatever, leads you on. That's more taking. That's that going all the way back to step one. This is why I said step one's important. That's a guy who wasn't where he needed to be. That was an unhealthy ego, not a healthy ego. And so he took advantage of you. Again, take. He wasn't giving while you were giving. He was taking, and shit just got real. Okay. So not only do you need to have those two things, you also need to be a giver, and you need to have, you need to give 51%, and you need to date someone who feels like they should be giving 51%. You want to make the other person happy, okay? That's the whole goal. Now, it's hard to find someone like that, but that's why I said the first two things. You need to have someone who's confident and very happy with who they are as a person, with or without the relationship, and then you need to find the guy in the masculine energy. Now, of course, all is inevitable, and finally, the fourth thing, problems are still going to arise. Something's going to come up. The woman might be on her period, and I don't mean to make a joke out of that. I mean, it is what it is. Or the guy might be short-tempered. Something might be happening at work. Something comes up. Maybe you're just a little weaker this day, and you guys get in arguments. Okay. The whole thing with the argument is, if it happens, now thankfully it's going to happen a lot less, and it's not going to have as much intensity if you had the prior three things I was talking about. But when you get into the argument, it's important to be very, very empathetic and to use more of a me and a we instead of a you. Okay, I always say a relationship is the difference mindset the relationship mindset is more of a we. While a lot of people have a me mindsets, or a you, so it's your fault, it's your fault. A relationship is more of a we. So if you ever were to argue, make sure you're empathetic of the arguments that you're bringing forward, and at the same time make sure that you're thinking more of a we and what I can do first to fix the problem before you start blaming it on somebody else. If you do those four things, a lot of your relationship problems will not exist. Okay, really, it comes down to that. Now, of course, you're thinking, oh, I wanted stuff on like what I should do if he pulls away. I have a bunch of videos on that. Or what should I do to get him to like me, or how should I confront him to? Hey, I got a bunch of videos on that. Okay. This is the foundation. This is something I know you all probably don't want to hear. You want the magic pill, but this is something you need to master on your side in order to have a happy, healthy, loving relationship. Okay, so with that being said, ladies, there you go. There's my four things. That's a little recipe to make relationships last, to prevent relationship problems, so on and so forth. I love you. Take care and peace.